If you're preparing for the NWEA 7th grade MAP test, this parent and student video guide will help you understand what to expect and how to practice more effectively. I'll start with a quick overview of the test, then I'll walk through sample questions in math, reading, language usage, and science. For each question, I recommend pausing the video, trying the answer, and then continuing to hear the explanation. Later in the video, I'll also show a 7th grade MAP score table with percentiles based on NWEA's most updated documents, so you can better understand how scores are usually interpreted. By the end, you'll have a clearer idea of the test format, the question styles, and the skills you may need to strengthen before test day. Let's get started. The NWEA MAP Growth is an adaptive test. This means the test adjusts based on your child's answers. When a child answers correctly, the next questions become more challenging. When a child answers incorrectly, the test gives easier questions. This helps the test measure your child's current academic level more accurately. In 7th grade, students are tested in math, reading, language usage, and in some schools, science. Each section usually includes around 43 questions, and the test is untimed, so students can work at their own pace. The 7th grade MAP test can include a wide range of difficulty levels. If your child struggles, the test may show questions from earlier grade levels. If your child performs very well, the test may show advanced questions from high school level skills. That is why preparation should focus on understanding, not memorization. Your child needs to read carefully, solve step by step, and feel comfortable with different question styles. Now let's move into the practice questions. The math section includes operations and algebraic thinking, number systems, geometry, statistics, probability, and more topics. Let's begin with a table and equation question. This question asks us to find the equation that matches the relationship between x, the number of items bought, and y, the total cost. A good way to solve it is to test the answer choices using the table. Pause the video and try it first. The correct answer is D. Let's test it. When x is 3, the equation gives 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 5 is 14. That matches the table. Now check another row. When x is 5, 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. That also matches. When x is 9, 3 times 9 is 27. 27 plus 5 is 32. And when x is 12, 3 times 12 is 36. 36 plus 5 is 41. So the equation that works for every row is y equals 3x plus 5. This question checks algebraic thinking and the ability to connect a table with an equation. Now let's try a geometry question. The diagram shows a shape with angles marked inside it. We need to find the values of alpha and beta. Pause here and try it. The correct answer is B. Let's start with alpha. Look at the triangle on the left side of the shape. Two of its angles are shown, 75 degrees and 25 degrees. The angles inside a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. So, 75 plus 25 equals 100. 180 minus 100 equals 80. That means alpha equals 80 degrees. Now let's find beta. The outside shape is a parallelogram, so opposite angles are equal, and neighboring angles are supplementary. That means neighboring angles add up to 180 degrees. The angle at A is 75 degrees, so the angle at B is 180 minus 75 equals 105 degrees. So beta equals 105 degrees. This question checks triangle angle rules and angle relationships in a parallelogram. A helpful strategy is to solve one part at a time. First use the triangle, then use the larger shape. Now let's continue to the reading test section. The reading section assesses comprehension, vocabulary, literary and informational texts, the ability to infer meaning from context, and many other skills. Let's start with a vocabulary and context question. This question asks about the meaning of the phrase tap into. The sentence says the team wanted to tap into the community's knowledge by interviewing longtime residents. Pause the video and choose the answer that best fits the sentence. The correct answer is C, to use or draw from a resource. In this sentence, the team is not tapping someone on the shoulder. They are not opening a water faucet. They are trying to use the knowledge of longtime residents as a helpful resource. So tap into means to use or draw from something valuable. This question checks whether students can understand a phrase based on context, especially when the same word can have several meanings. Now let's try a literary text question. This question asks for the main theme of the passage. A theme is the deeper message or lesson in a story. Pause here and choose the answer that best matches the whole passage. The correct answer is A. Mariah has an idea, but people laugh at her. She does not give up. After months of trial and error, she builds a working solar generator. Then her success inspires other people in the community. So the main theme is about innovation, persistence, and positive change. The other answers are either too extreme or do not match the message of the story. This question checks whether students can identify the central message, not just a detail. If you found this video helpful so far, please like it and subscribe. It helps us keep creating practical test prep videos for parents and students. And if you want more structured practice, you can also check out GiftedReady, where you'll find map practice resources with test-like questions, targeted quizzes, and clear explanations. Now let's move on to the language usage section. The language usage section measures grammar, punctuation, sentence structure, writing organization, and revision skills. Let's start with a grammar and mechanics question. This question asks which sentence correctly uses a hyphen in a compound adjective. A compound adjective is made of two or more words that work together to describe a noun. Pause the video and choose the best answer. The correct answer is D, all of the above. Let's look at each sentence. In answer A, well-known, describes the author. The words well and known work together before the noun author, so the hyphen is correct. In answer B, energy efficient describes the apartment complex. Those two words work together as one adjective before the noun, so the hyphen is correct. The phrase newly renovated does not need a hyphen because newly ends in ly. Words ending in ly usually do not need a hyphen when they modify an adjective. In answer C, last minute describes the changes. The words last and minute work together before the noun changes, so the hyphen is correct. Since all three sentences use a hyphen correctly in at least one compound adjective, the best answer is D, all of the above. Let's try another practice question. This question asks which sequence moves from the broadest topic to the narrowest topic. A broad topic covers a large idea. A narrow topic is more specific. Pause the video and choose the best sequence. The correct answer is D. The broadest topic is global climate change. That is a large environmental issue. Next comes renewable energy, which is one way people respond to climate change. Then comes solar panels, which are one type of renewable energy technology. Finally, photovoltaic cells are specific parts inside solar panels. This question checks whether students can organize ideas from general to specific, which is important for planning, research, and writing. Let's continue to the MAP Science Test section. Some schools also include the MAP Science Test in 7th grade. Science questions cover life science, physical science, earth and space science, and scientific reasoning. For this video, I'll show one earth and space science question. The question asks what would happen to Earth if the sun's gravity suddenly disappeared. Pause here and choose the best answer. The correct answer is path D. The sun's gravity pulls Earth inward and keeps it moving in a curved orbit. If that gravitational pull disappeared, Earth would no longer curve around the sun. Because of inertia, Earth would continue moving in a straight line at a constant velocity. So it would follow a straight path tangent to its orbit at that moment. This question checks whether students understand the relationship between gravity, orbit, and inertia. Now let's look at the 7th grade MAP score table. This table shows RIT scores and percentiles for mathematics, language usage, reading, and science, based on NWEA's most updated documents. A RIT score gives a picture of your child's academic level. It helps show the level of questions your child is likely ready to work on. The percentile shows how that score compares with other students in the same grade. For example, the 50th percentile is the median or mean range. A A child scoring around this range is performing close to the middle of the norm group. Higher percentiles reflect stronger performance compared with the norm group. Scores below the middle range can help show which subjects or skills may need extra support. So how can you help your child improve their MAP performance? Start with steady practice. Short, focused sessions are usually better than long sessions that feel stressful or overwhelming. Next, practice by skill. Check the MAP score report you received from school to identify which areas are weaker and focus on them first to see the greatest improvement. Another important step is to review mistakes. A wrong answer is not just something to correct. It is a clue that shows what your child needs to practice next. It also helps to use test-like questions. MAP questions often look different from regular worksheets. Students need to read carefully, compare answer choices, and understand exactly what the question is asking. That is why I recommend focused practice rather than random worksheets. For a more complete option, you can check out GiftedReady's 7th grade MAP practice package. It includes structured practice across math, reading, language usage, and science, with explanations that help students learn from each question. I added a link to the practice package in the video's description and the pinned comment. That brings us to the end of this 7th grade MAP practice video. If this video helped, please like it and subscribe for more clear and practical test prep videos. And for more support, visit GiftedReady and explore the complete MAP practice resources. Thanks for watching, and I wish your child lots of success with the MAP test.